on YouTube. Yo, 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 that music might be too relaxing, I don't know. Normally it's not relaxing enough. What's all this on the screen? I'm liking the progress. Let's just make it visible. Although I do need to I need a way to sort of organize what's all the tools on the screen, really. I could put everything on a right click, and just so when I press it, it just puts it where the mouse is. But I think that lacks creativity, because sometimes you just don't know what you're going to work on next. Look at that, look at the little scene. Yeah, you don't know what you're going to work on next, and so you play with your tools, and then you just create. So it's best to keep some stuff on the screen. Shadows off. The sun's still around, but it's just using my normals. And then shadows on, so you'll see it cast onto the world. Obviously I've sped things up quite a lot. Have I still got the bug? Yeah. Sometimes it loads the most recent model instead of the one you select. So that's a bug to look at. I don't know where this little homie came from. I just downloaded it as a little test a while ago. See that? Oh, this one must be so much bigger. Yeah, it's like 50 times bigger than its model, like unit size, identity. I need to fix that, I think. The way it rotates. I never like just red on a scene, it just looks horrible. Let's reanimate him. What I'm loving is 2 weeks ago all I had on screen was let me see if I can show you. I think I just had like one cube rendering. So it's just been so much faster with the AI catching up with my old engine. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I had last week. Or the week before. Now we have this nice little scene. Okay. That can go. I don't think this music's gonna last, is it? Do you think we need some better music? Okay, let's get on the to-do list. Where's my to-do list at? To-do list here. Oh, I like how I've kept transparency. Okay, let me go grab my... I think I've got some pies about ready. I'll get them in a minute. I can smell it cooking. Update, scene, save, load. Save terrain. Save terrain state. That'll do for now. Is high, and I need gizmo. Make gizmo size more consistent. It's a bit of a bug, I've got to be honest. That's medium priority. And all this is doing is just saving to a text file basically that I read in when I load the engine up. Shout out to my new subscriber. I only had 2 viewers, so I'll take that. Yo. According to my phone, my food's ready. Makes sense because I've got it here. So who's procrastinating? I might just talk a few minutes while I'm eating a little bit. Or maybe I'll mute. Who wants to hear the pie? It was like, this is definitely 3 minutes undercooked, but I've taken it out now. What am I gonna do? Yo, welcome to the snack break. Tell us what you're working on. Yo, yo. If I were to told you those pies were well cooked, I would be lying. That was 4, 5, 6 minutes undercooked. Thinking I'm gonna add spotlight so I can just right click into the scene and then literally spotlight, just add a light. I don't know if this guy's casting a shadow. I think he is. Let's have a look. Yeah, he definitely is. just feel like if I'm testing shadows, I just want to have a few things on screen. Okay, we're gonna get started. It sits on top of OpenGL. Okay. Interesting. Is that supposed to say "Come on, Albert" or "Common"? Daniel Ocean. George Clooney, right? From Daniel's 11. Common Daniel. Yeah, that was my dinner break. Dinner break over. I'm just checking out Daniel Ocean's. Got some music, some playlists on there. Sweet. Nice. Yeah, C++ here. Common Albert W. I mean, I got the W. Shout out to the new subscriber. Okay. Let's add a feature. Yeah, it's a good film, man. It's about 15 of them, right? Ocean's 11, 12, 13. And then I heard that they made one with all women and it was dreadful. That's all I heard. It was his sister, right? Okay, so what did I just put on the to-do list? I've forgotten already. Let's pop my to-do list. By the way, has your favourite streamer got a to-do list that they'll just pop? Or is that exclusive? Right-click menu, build a detailed UI for object placement editing. Okay, I've almost done that. We'll say doing. Update scene, so yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we're gonna save the scene. Let's save the terrain. So when I save and load everything's... Right now it will save all the models, but it won't save the terrain. Sounds super dumb. What, the movie? Yeah, I mean, if it was good, I won't mind. But yeah. who made it. I'd be very surprised if it was the same team involved. In fact, it wasn't, was it? Save the light update to do in memory. We'll come back. Have you guys ever seen Trello, by the way? I think you can get a free account. Great for... It's really good. Let me just pull it up. I'm gonna have to make one, and it's just like it really organizes to-do lists. And sometimes just ticking something off the to-do list gives you far more motivation than you'd think, to be honest. I'll show you now. It's gonna change your life, Daniel. Here we go. It's coming. This is Trello, game development, start to form ideas around a God simulation. You just tick off what you've done, do terrain voxels, add terrain collision. You have all your to-do lists basically. And that is Trello.com. Okay, we're going to do save state. We're going to add terrain, VO, etc. and its current settings to the save state. Typo. Yeah, I've seen, I think it's Fin Matrix. By the way, Fin Matrix was really good. Although he don't stream, he just drops videos. You mean the Trello thing? Yeah. What's the button? Is it just called Save Scene? Save Scene. Oh, I'm already in load scene. Oh, bless you, man. I appreciate that. What a boss. What we're gonna do if we ever release a game, you're gonna be an NPC. That's beautiful. Now, Accumulator's gonna send me the other 95, and then when you get 100, you can withdraw. Otherwise, it goes to like Mark Zuckerberg or something. Shout out Daniel Ocean. But the problem is, you're gonna want your money back because I'm gonna call you NPC Daniel Ocean. Just kidding. Yeah, I think everyone who supports in some way should get something. But I wonder how many games don't get released. But I don't want to know. That's a C3PO fact. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look. By the way, did Daniel Ocean tell us what he's working on? Yo, shout out Accumulator. Yo, someone get Mr. Beast in here. I appreciate that. Now, if I give you an NPC, that means Daniel gets 5. So you needed to clarify with me beforehand. You can be the tutorial NPC, Accumulator. My first project was an MMO. Let me link it. Yeah, so I was doing a 2D MMO. Where's Google gone? Here. And then I started to get... That's interesting, that's the first time it's ever not been the first result. Yeah, but got it now. Because it was such a niche name. Yeah, I started to put so much into it that I realised, I was like, because it looked quite crap, it looked quite bad, but it had retro energy. But there's a list anyway. But because I was putting so much into it, I thought I need to learn 3D. This needs to be a 3D. But my first game was an MMO. I got the server working, so if you go through some of those videos, you'll see like there's a chat client and all that. Code. Have any of you guys ever done any serialization, like saving state in the game, by the way? Yeah, SCP. What is that? It's quite good fun. So this is the save scene. So it creates a JSON root, which is like the bottom of a database, like the parent, or I guess it's the root into it. And then so here it's taken all the models. There's some error in it though. When I load up my scene, it tends to bug a little bit. I might have like 5 different models, but when it loads them, sometimes it might load the same model, but in the right places where the 5 were. But the problem with debugging it is it doesn't always do that. It doesn't always get it wrong. Okay, so what's that one there? Objects. Is that it? The camera. Does the camera go into objects? Where does the camera go? Okay, so what it's going to do, I'm going to let the chat do it, the LLM, but it's going to create another JSON here, JSON file, and then we're going to get the terrain, the colors of the terrain. Actually, this is going to be interesting. I think it would just take the settings and then it would generate it afresh. But the problem with that is, I wonder if different computers might generate different types of terrain. Let's see what it suggests. Yeah, so I'm using JSON, yeah. Based around Aura. Around Aura, you're talking about game design, right? I can't handle Aura, by the way, films or anything. Okay, so let's go. Oh, it's got it here. Yeah, so this wants to save the settings. So like, what kind of terrain is it? See, the height, the cell size, the seed. I'm not convinced it would look the same on both, on 2 different computers because of the random number generator. But it doesn't matter. It will matter when I release the game, of course. Okay, there's the save. And where's the load? So I've done a little bit of JSON work, and so that's why we can copy and paste, because all I'm going to learn is to lose 20 minutes of time, or maybe more. I'm going to guess that YouTube will give me a list of people who've donated, like it will stay on file. Yeah, so I've got the random gen on a seed, and okay, that's interesting. So that might be new knowledge to me. Are you saying the same seed across PCs would be the same? I guess it would be, because it must be that seed must be the very foundation of the randomness, and then I guess it's the libraries that do the rest. Or would a different CPU be different as well? I don't know if anyone can answer these questions. It's computer science now. But yeah, we're using a seed, fortunately. What time zones are you both in? Or everybody, really? Oh, that's interesting. It wants to give me versioning, so it's quite sensitive because it's not going to now work with the old save file. It's going to save out a certain version type and so on. Obviously that doesn't matter at this level, but it does, it will in a month maybe. Yeah, so it is seed based. It's seed based as it stands. Okay, I already have the helpers. I knew I already had the helpers, but I didn't know if the name was the same. Yeah, ask the AI. Might just be sun. Is it a reference? Oh, it's anime, I think. Yeah. So on the right of the equal sign, the assignment is the name of the variables in my program, and then the JR will be a database entry that will save it on like a text file basically. That file already exists, but we're just adding some new parameters. Yeah. I'm not sure what that would do. The shadow of a size, yeah, I guess it does. That's for the FBO maybe. Shadow dot. Show shadow shade. Shadow casting, I believe. Let's just search that. So I have a switch to turn the shadows on and off. Yeah. See, I can't really save this and test it because I need to put the loading parameters in as well. Let's see what file name I use, by the way, and then I can open it up and show you. What we'll do, let's go open here. Scene serialization, nope. Oh, it was just in did I have it in assets? Yeah, let me bring it up. Good to hang, man. I don't know what match is, but yeah, enjoy that. Is that online? Thanks for the support as well. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so this on the left is what it looks like. The save file. So I guess it's starting with assets. So everything I have on the, so that was a model of a woman called Sophia, then the man who was walking, the dragon, the wolf, the path, then the editor settings, so it has a camera, the speed of the camera, the pitch, the angle it's facing, position, the sensitivity. And then there's more models. They're the objects now in the world. So not just the file names, but where they are in the world. So this is what we're doing with the code. So now we're going to just save more information and dump it into that file. And then that's what you load up. And that's how you save games work really, but on a larger level. So what was the last thing I added? The shadow casting. Now terrain. Terrain sys, yeah. Oh wait, that's a lot to change. And then it might be a pointer. Was it a pointer in that app? Pointer in that app. Let's see what the beef is. Expression must have class type, what it has type, cons. Some of the variables might be protected, I'm not really sure. Alpha. Heights. Let's go to albedo. I can just click it, right? Oh, it doesn't exist. Does material exist? No. That'll be why. Render shadow. There it is, train sys.draw all. So it must already be bound. Oh, here, obviously. I think some of this material stuff is premature then. Yeah, oh, it does say that. Is it in? It might be shadow. No, I have. I think I have a structure with all this in. Warp frequency. Here. It's all here. Terrain gen params. And I think that might be in the app. Terrain gen params. I know what's happening. So when I load it up, it loads a default one. So if I go into here, terrain gen params, yeah, this is what it defaults to. So I need to load this gen state, which will be, let's have a look. Might not be that hard actually. Terrain sys. Was it gen state? Terrain sys. Gen state. I don't know if this file needs terrain to see. So it can see everything now. But enabled. Enabled for what? So you can obviously, in your debugger, you might want to turn your terrain on and off. And I had that before, by the way. But I don't know if we account for it anyway yet. Terrain gem parameters. It's probably not going to be in there. But it might be in the terrain description. Yeah, so that doesn't exist. So what I can do, it's not really relevant at the minute. Here. Let's just get rid of that. Preset. How is it stored in app? Let's have a look. So it is a pointer in app. And then in terrain, the rest are not pointers. So I need to dereference it. Come on, little homie. That should work. Exist as a pointer in app, and the children parameters are, let's have a look at this. Does it have a preset name? I'm entirely sure this is not a difficult bug at all. This is a me issue. Terrain description. I don't think there is a preset. I need one though, because if I want to start changing it, it will make a difference. Because I do have presets, but I don't have a setting. Was it gen state? Oh, is that all of them? Gen. That's what I wanted for the presets. Chunk size verts. I've got like 5 different structures for this, and they're across a few files, so I've just got a bit lost there. And I only implemented it like 3 hours ago. Oh no, that's for the size. Cell size. Chuns instead of chunks. Height scale. If you just join in, we're just editing a JSON file so we can save the scene and load the scene in and out quite easily. So hopefully in 10 minutes I can run the file and test it all. And we're just going through the pain of me forgetting. I don't know if sea level was there. Sea level 01. High power. So it's here. Terrain gem params. And what is the name of that? Gen state. Okay. So not dex state, but gen state. Sea level 01. Sweet. Paid version of ChatGPT, everybody. Appreciate those sending likes as well. Thumbs up, help the channel. Okay, ChatGPT is awake. I'm gonna oh, we've got some errors. I don't mind an error. Chunk resolution. I don't know if resolution exists. Okay, so the resolution is just a term used to cover the other parameters. Chunks, XY, cell size. What was the other one? Chunk size verts. I think I had that. Okay, I'll put that in manually. I think I've got an error that's leaking out and giving other errors. So it all seems okay. Hash. Wasn't that like 10 minutes for one answer on ChatGPT? I sort of get this error, but I didn't change anything that connects to it directly. Already defined. Did I delete something? It's like I've included another header. Or is it that serialization text file that I created? The JSON file. Might be that. Because it shouldn't be in the program. Let me have a look. Oh, I just clicked X. back. No. Okay, I got the errors back. Let's have a look. Oh, I think it's because I added the terrain header. Maybe, was that where the clamp is? Yeah. Is clamp F on there? Probably not. I think we're just including the same file more than once across different units. Island mask. And what's the other one? Shape height. And so static, I think that will mean inline is when you define the header in the function in a header file, and static inline normally doesn't let you have more than one. It's going to fix it anyway. So just loading the scene now. It's not going to load any. It's not load the terrain. But if I make some terrain now and then save it, it should start to save it, and I'll open up the file. And let's get the height and the octave, blah blah blah. Save scene. Okay, I'll open Notepad and see if it's saved successfully or not. Objects, it should be after objects. It's quite a big file, although there's a lot of objects. Okay, sweet. So shadow is the first thing it saved. So shadow's enabled, yep. The size of the shadow map, the sunlight, where the sun is. So it's saving some of the terrain data, version 1. Okay, so it's working. Let me just change everything to yellow. No, we'll go green, because the world's already quite yellow even if it doesn't load. So let me save green. Now we've got to do the load functions. I just want to refresh myself and not just rely on the AI. Why static inline fix that? And I'm going to ask a new tab. Why did static inline fix my already defined symbols? It makes multiple definitions become legal instead of violating the one definition rule. Each translation unit gets its own copy. Okay, so that means there's now 2 of those functions, but I think on a helper function that's just like, imagine changing euros into pounds or something. A little helper function that does that. It doesn't matter if there's 2 because the result is the same. Like here, this also means each copy is independent, which is not what you want unless you intentionally wanted that state. I might come back to those sort of approaches in the future, but for now it's fine. Okay, this is the part that loads the camera, if the camera exists. Sweet. It might not work straight away. I might need to hit the generate terrain button. I don't know if there's a function for that to call. Not yet. Just try load. So it's loading the models at the minute. I can see it on my side, which is normal. Okay, and it's green. And I think if I press the button, apply. No, it's not. Try it again, apply terrain. I think it wants us to click something once, and it comes here. So it's loaded all the new things except the terrain. So let's save again. So the chunks were on 22 and 24, we can remember that. Can you guys see, by the way? Yeah, pretty much. So from 8, let's see if they initialize to 22 and 24. I think what's going to happen is they're going to go into memory, but then it doesn't necessarily... No, actually it should draw it from memory. So this is the load, and it should be chunk X. Let's look for chunk X. Chunks Z. Okay, so let's see where chunk Z is. Elsewhere. Okay, the terrain tool should load it up. I'm just going to save again. I wonder if anything changes. Oh, I think the height scale changed. 161. Which started at 40. Did it start at 40? Yeah, so the height, if you watch the height scale here and I press load. So I wonder if I just didn't save it well, or if it's getting it from somewhere different. Yeah, a few things did change. So I just need some consistency. And I wonder if the only things that are changing are the things in the terrain description. Like these windows here, it seems that the only things that are changing, if you look at the code, are these variables, but there's more variables in the other structure. Let's just see save scene again. Or maybe load is just not loading everything, by the way. And the height. Only loads some values. Chunks X and Z and others are not loaded. Even into the I'm GUI value, though height, etc. is. Let alone drawing the terrain from save. So these are quite simple errors. We're just going to save some time. And I'm probably going to disconnect in a few minutes. It's nearly 2 hours. Also, the mismatch will be the names in the text file on my computer. That's what I think it's going to say. So let's see, chunks X. So some of where it's loading from, I think they're not going to, yeah, so it's chunk count, you see. So that's the issue. These need to line up. That was it. So that's why we can use the AI, because it's not we're stuck or we need to learn something. It's just that something you'll overlook for like an hour. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna unwind. Good night. I'll most likely stream tomorrow, maybe 3 hours earlier than this time, or yeah, about that. 2 or 3 hours earlier than now.